Hey everybody, Ben Rudolph from Microsoft here. I'm here with Jeff Gazer from ASUS. A lot of people know ASUS from their awesome laptops, great commercial machines, sometimes the components that people can buy to build their own PCs. But before we get into PCs, I want to talk about this. What do we have here?
This is a big format gaming display. It's the ROG Swift PG65, 65 inches, 4K with HDR. The big difference, though, between this and a sort of normal big screen TV is this is 120 hertz with G-SYNC. So it gives you a super fast refresh rate with really smooth frame delivery that's perfectly synchronized with the graphics card, and basically gives you a high-end desktop gaming experience that you would get from a normal monitor in a supersized format the size of a television.
Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing display. I mean, this is certainly not the kind of thing where I would necessarily be standing here where I'm a foot away from the display, but I could imagine if I was architecting a room around my Republic of Gamers gaming machine and I wanted to create a gaming area, or even if I wanted to use this as a desktop monitor, be a little bit farther back with my workspace. This is a perfect display. I mean, it's just massive. I hope that comes through on the video.
Yeah, and it's really no compromises as well. So it's the same ultra low latency that you get from a gaming desktop. We really focused on performance with this, which is not something you've been traditionally able to get with sort of a big screen television. A lot of them sort of advertise higher refresh rates as well, but it's not a true higher refresh rate. This accepts 120 hertz input, just like some of our high-end desktop monitors.
Love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So not everyone's going to have the space for something like this. A lot of us are still using traditional monitors with traditional aspect ratios. Personally, we were talking earlier, I run 3 desktop monitors on my desktop at work, and we were talking about the bezels and the black lines you get, and you said, oh, we got something that can solve that.
Exactly, yeah.
So let's go take a look, because this is one of my favorite things I've seen so far. So let's talk about these. These are 3 of your monitors.
Right.
But you've got something special that's taken the bezel almost completely out of the picture. So
Yeah.
what are these things?
So we're calling this a Bezel Free Kit. So this is a special piece of thermoplastic that has some optical microstructures built in. And basically what it does is it refracts light and basically hides the bezel behind this lens. So it's really easy, very, very thin, really easy to put on and off, and all of a sudden your black bars are gone.
I mean, this is such a smart piece of design, right? We're not in a world yet where every display is completely bezel-less.
Right.
And if you use 2 displays or 3 displays, you end up with a bezel. And especially when you're gaming or you're watching a big cinematic movie or something like that, those bezels get in the way. A little less so when I'm being productive and I want Excel over here and PowerPoint here and Outlook here. But this is a really smart, easy way to make the experience more immersive and get even more value out of the monitors that you're buying.
Exactly, yeah.
Really, really cool. So let's say I'm not working in a desktop setup. I don't have room for the big 65-inch display. I'm not rigged up in a 3-monitor setup like this, but I want to take my gaming on the road. And this is where the Republic of Gamers line, I think, really shines. So this, this is a desktop replacement caliber gaming machine, right?
Right, it's the ROG G703, and a lot of time when you talk about a desktop replacement, it's just about putting desktop class silicon inside, the CPU and the GPU. For this, we tried to do the entire experience from top to bottom.
Okay.
So it has a 144 hertz display with G-SYNC, so you get that same high-end gaming monitor feel in a portable package. We got a full RGB keyboard. And kind of an interesting thing with this is there's a general trend with laptops now to get thinner.
Right.
With a desktop replacement, we realize that people aren't concerned with having the lightest weight and the thinnest design, and we can actually gain performance by making something a little bit thicker. So what we did with this is we made it a little bit thicker than the last generation, which allowed it to beef up the cooling a lot, which means that we get a more stable overclock and higher performance out of it.
I like that because now we're at a spot where you're serving the needs of your community. I mean, one of the things I love, I've been at Microsoft a long time, but I love about the Windows PC ecosystem is no matter who you are, no matter how much you want to spend, no matter what you're into, there's a Windows PC that is perfect for you. And if you're a serious gamer, this is the kind of Windows PC that fills that need. Somebody who's buying this kind of desktop caliber gaming laptop, they're not going to not buy it because it's an ounce heavier or a millimeter thicker. They care about the performance, they care about the cooling, they care about the refresh rate, the display, and you're giving them what they want.
Exactly. Plus you get all the toys, you know, like fancy RGB lighting on the keyboard, and we've actually got a Microsoft Xbox One wireless controller built right in, so you don't have to connect a dongle if you want to use an Xbox One controller with it.
Awesome. So like right out of the box, you pair it up.
Exactly.
If you're somebody like me, I'm more comfortable playing with a console controller than I am with a mouse and keyboard. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we went from desktop replacements to big giant desktop monitors to traditional desktop monitors, desktop replacement. Let's go take a look at some actual desktops.
All right, we've got a brand new one for you.
Okay.
So this is the ROG Strix GL12. It's a
Okay.
brand new gaming desktop for us, and it's very specifically designed for esports. We actually work with a lot of esports teams and supply the machines to a lot of top tournaments that they actually use for competition.
Okay.
One of the biggest requests from them was, you need a way to easily swap SSDs. Because some of the players use their settings, they put those on a drive, and then also to repurpose a machine very, very quickly for different tournaments, different games. It really, really helps to be able to swap a drive. So what we have is a fancy little magnetic cover, and the little tray pops out here. You pop your SSD
Snap it in, and you're good to
fully
go.
hot swap compatible, and you're ready to go.
In esports, I mean, it's exploding, right? You see live streaming exploding, esports exploding. So this allows at a tournament, for example, everybody's playing on standardized equipment, but they're allowed to customize their profile and their settings. So they can just snap it in, get that profile verified. You guys are playing Overwatch, jump into that, play, and compete for victory.
Exactly, and performance is really important to these guys too. So we have a overclock system here as well. It's got the latest Coffee Lake processor that we've overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz, and also a full liquid cooling system for the CPU as well. So it's also reasonably compact for
I
a
was
system
just
of
going to
this
say that.
caliber.
I mean, I used to build gaming PCs, and 10 years ago they were this big. They sound like a jet engine when you turned them on. They got hot. They were hard to put together and take apart. I mean, I look at this. This is something I can easily fit under my desk. I like that I can pop this off. I can snap that out, plug the SSD in. I'm good to go. Beautiful, beautiful system. Awesome, Jeff. Thank you so much. This is great. I love what you guys have done with the Republic of Gamers line. There's really something for everyone here, and they're just beautiful machines on top of it.
Oh, thanks for coming by.
So, guys, thanks for hanging out. A lot more to show you. Stick around.